Man, how the good brother doing, man? Yes, sir.
Pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Can't ask you so much more.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Man, I'm enjoying life. Every moment that come with it. You know what I'm talking about?
looks like it.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm talking about?
Keys got the big opportunity, man. I said, just in case.
Yeah.
Keys come in, I
Oh, you gonna stay ready, man.
gotta sit it down a little.
I tied about
Now, Mr. Jones don't know me and him got the same last name, but I'm gonna go back further than that. Years ago, we did a hip hop summit, and he was telling us that Cam was a big fan of my group, Soldiers at War in Chicago.
So you
Come on, man, I'm trying to, this big guy energy. I'm trying to get this red, man. Jesus ain't right.
No, he came how he was supposed to. What you talking about? That's that standout drip, you know what I'm saying? That velvet bow tie. Yeah. Yeah, shoot, I need one. You know what I'm saying?
see you, brother.
Man, likewise,
Yes, sir.
I've been trying to tap in for a minute.
Absolutely.
I'm glad it was on this occasion, though.
This is amazing, bro.
Yes,
This is
sir.
absolutely amazing. Really glad to be present for this, you know.
Yes, sir.
This is big for us as the people and the world.
Yeah, man, you know, it's a lot of work, that's all. I just look at it all as work, to be honest.
Absolutely.
You feel me? After this, there's something else to be done.
Absolutely.
So you finna make the announcement right now?
Yeah, we about to go downstairs, make the announcement, quick little speech, do a toast, and then just enjoy the evening from there.
It's dope.
Keep it simple, but, you know, mark off the occasion. You know, oftentimes we do stuff and we don't make it seem important enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people don't know how important it is.
Right.
So, you know, wealth and us making this shit standard is the most important thing to me. 'Cause right now it's revolutionary. How you doing? How you doing? Amazing.
You need more drinks, cubes, y'all good?
Trying this shit. I don't know. He left me. No, what I've been enjoying is watching you and the Locks go back and forth, though, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's been my highlight, you know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be big for the city.
Yeah, man, I might have to stay to pull
big
up.
for the city.
I don't see them selling no tickets though. Like it's not like one of them types.
It's
like
on MSG.com, so it's like a boxing match, and then after the boxing match, so you gotta get tickets for the boxing match, but those are actually tickets to actual verses.
Who's fighting?
The verses is selling the boxing match.
Dip said the Locks, that's who fighting and shit.
That's definitely the main event. That's definitely the main event. 20 rounds actually. 20 rounds.
So was that just a business thing that they had to set up the boxing to get the Madison Square Garden?
Nah, it was like kind of worked in unison. They already had the boxing match going on, so it's kind of capitalized off of having the garden and access to the garden, which kind of the biggest arena we probably could have touched for it. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be
Bigger than that.
Yeah, that's fine.
real enjoyable.
Yeah. And a good business move.
Yes, it's definitely good for business.
That part, the most important.
Or so I'm just trying to get up. I wanna make sure I got music to drop. Make sure I capitalize off of all the heavy traffic that's gonna come with it.
Yeah, you still doing your crypto talks?
Yes. Still doing the crypto talks. I ain't get a chance to do it in the last few weeks. I've been kind of just feel like just, you know, you just like, damn, I can't catch up to what I need. Yeah, so I gotta kind of set down and restart. So I know it's the summertime, so I go away like another week, another 2 weeks. Take that time, take a day out, and kind of just reset, get my schedule to going.
Yeah, no,
Try to make my day, try to fulfill my day as much as I can without burning out. That'd be the problem.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my time to slow down. You know what I'm saying? So I can get a day. It's gonna be a couple of months. I already feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I earn it by the time it comes, so I ain't tripping. You know. But it's a lot that's about to transpire in the next few months that I know I gotta be on top of it. So I plan my vacation after the world ends. My God. For real though.
Yeah, they looking to try to lock it down again. Hey.
I mean, you know, for me, it don't really matter what happens, right?
Don't matter what
the pivot
right.
game
Absolutely.
is good. And especially for what I'm into, man, it make people pay attention to it more.
Absolutely.
You understand? You become more essential to things that are essential. So I ain't really tripping at all.
Way more into ever since.
Hell yeah.
Ever since everything opened up, it's been like people's attention span has not been focused as much as they was when shit was locked down. But not saying I want the shit to lock down, but I'm prepared for it. I know how to make it work for me.
Well, looking at the last one, let people know that they needed one. You know what I'm saying? Because that was gonna be their only opportunity in life to get a reset from what they normally had scheduled.
Everybody caught
Yeah, the whole world.
I needed it.
Hell
If I didn't get it, I wouldn't have been thinking outside the box because I would have been so used to my regular everyday schedule and shit like that. Just made me think outside the box just for these purposes, and the shit works. So now it's like going into it, I know what my mindset need to be when shit close up. I know what I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people done fired their job because shit, they realized what was important to them. You know what I'm saying? And then just having the opportunity to do whatever else they wanted to do. And then that's when we scoop in, give them the education, and then take those opportunities to reinvest in platforms so we can actually control some market. And that's really the goal for this. I just get tired of seeing, you know, we get into something new, but then the white boys own everything. So we still begging them for more space.
Absolutely.
You understand me? When we could have just carved out our own.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And getting a culture to understand how important that is, that's really the hardest trick of the game. Starting it ain't that ain't the hard part.
Staying consistent
is to get the people to understand and stand tall on what we need to do. Is the hardest part. Because people so used to the money that the other side offers us that you know what I mean, they scared that
controls you.
Lose out on a couple dollars if they do stand firm, not knowing that standing firm probably making more money than they ever made.
Come on,
period.
You got, but shit, you got to be. We got to be courageous. You know what I'm saying? Not even fearless, because you can have a little fear there, but as long as that courage take over, you do it. You kick down the door to, it give you some experience to want to do it again. But if you ain't never had no independent money, or just got it completely on your own without feeling like you need that backing and not knowing how to create you a team behind all of that, it's almost impossible for certain people because they only want to focus on one thing, and I get that. But you know where we at in America, it requires us to focus on many things.
Absolutely.
At least long enough till you can put somebody else in that position to focus on that one thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's sacrifice at the end of the day. You know, like shit. When I see anybody do anything, I just think about how much work they put into it. I don't think about them being lucky, blessed, none of that. Like, he did a lot of goddamn work.
Those are things you don't see.
Yeah.
You don't see the hustle. You don't see the grind. You don't see the sleepless
I
nights.
don't show you that part. They don't talk about that part
Never.
either. They don't talk about none of that. All they talk about
It's a fortune.
or the mishap.
Or it's either or, those two extremes.
We can get folks to fall in love with the process. Everybody gonna want to do it.
That's the process.
You know what I'm
Success is
saying?
the process.
But then I ain't naive to think that everybody go do it though. You know what I mean? That's why I talk about more so just making this shit standard.
If you make it standard, then more people do it. Because when you, I tell people this all the time. Everybody can't be a boss. Everybody's not made to be a boss. Some people are comfortable with just going to work.
Right.
You dig? Yeah. So when you tell them you got to boss up, they're already like, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm good where I'm at. I'm gonna keep pushing. But when you make it the standard,
right, then they go do it because they don't require much thinking for yourself. I just need to follow everybody else's example. Boom. I said this to somebody else because they was taking their job too serious the other day. I said, some people deserve a job. Everybody don't deserve that level of freedom where they get to dictate and make their own decisions.
Right.
Some people deserve to have to work with somebody else because they don't appreciate using their own mind. You know what I mean? And I be tough on folks, but it's like,
and it's the majority of people that realize that. That's how they train. So, and it's cool. That's how the world works. Like shit, you dig? You need workers no matter what goes on. Not to say it like that, but you need employees. Like you need employees to make the ship run. Like everybody's a boss. Then how the fuck shit is gonna get built?
Exactly.
And but shit, learning how to build a team, that's the hardest part too. You know, I chose the hardest things, man, trying to teach black people about wealth and build family business. You know, two things that's taboo in our society. You understand me? We financially illiterate, and they tell us that family and business don't mix. You understand me? While they run the world and they build wealth with family. So, you know, even though they the hardest, they the most necessary things to do. So that's what I focus on. Because eventually, if I can, you know, even if I don't kick down the door, as long as I loosen the grip, somebody else get to come and kick it down.
Teaching.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Gotta keep chipping away, man.
Yeah.
Keep chipping away.
Next time somebody walk in, man, shit ain't even that hard. You ain't know somebody was kicking it for you. That's why.
Right.
That's why.
I was like, I
It was tough.
well, my leg out, goddamn kicking, man. You know what I'm saying? You walking through the door, oh, man, y'all was trying all of that, making it seem hard. Nah, it's making it easy for you.
Right.
But that's what the next generation supposed to have it, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not easy to make them soft, but easy to get some progress.
Right.
We gotta make sure we get in touch with the leaders of our culture, the influencers. Once we get the attention of the influencers for them to really understand the power that we have, it'll be that much easier to make it the standard when 80% of the rappers understand what's going on and know how to point people in the right direction that'll work in our favor when it comes to financial literacy, creating generational wealth and shit like that.
They gotta down there be stripped over the handicaps. Because as long as you can fall back and a person can spoil you with the dollars and you ain't gotta do for self, it ain't no reason that you just go develop this revolutionary sense of, you know, I'm just gonna do business this way. Even if somebody else is doing it, they showing you the way, you still ain't gonna do it. It's like, I can still do it this way. You feel me? So it gotta happen to where you gotta almost force a situation. You know, the right time and the right idea, that's what equals success. So somebody got to take advantage of the very moment where the culture is feeling like we on our own, and then somebody from the culture got to do it for us, and then everybody will grip in. And then you got to really own it by some code, though. If it ain't no code, it can break apart at any time.
Gotta have integrity behind it.
It's strategy, though, man, because the strategy create barriers to competition. It create barriers to everybody else. You understand me? It's like if you don't have operational effectiveness, and that's basically figuring out a strategy to create a barrier for anybody else, you know, competing or taking over your establishment. And then doing best practices is figuring out what's already out there that everybody else is doing and figuring out how to do it better than them. And if we can get, that's why I talk about, we can get wealth to become standard instead of revolutionary, everybody just grow up doing it. So we take the best practices from every culture and every race and be like, hey, they don't just operate an LLC, they got a trust. This is how they hold their business, and they, you know, everything is operated through trust, right? We talk about diversification, this shit just standard now. You ask an Asian, tell an Asian about diversification, like we already keep money in gold and this and that. That's nothing.
To them.
That's
Asians don't like banks at all.
No, because that shit, that's they practice of life. They understand they just see what it is instead of what it's marketed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that we would understand exactly what things are, but we still go by the propaganda. So the bank still looks like an opportunity. It don't look like a family business that run and keep everybody in debt. It ain't the best place to store your money. It still look like, a rite of passage for you to grow up and almost and think about you go get wealth, when it's really the opposite. You immature when you got to put it in the bank because you telling somebody else, I need you to manage my money for me because I don't know how. And then I need you to charge me to keep it in there while you flip my money because I don't know how. You understand me? And then I need you to give me a loan to go get an education that still ain't gonna teach me how to goddamn pay y'all back. So the whole shit is a racket. and people act like when I talk about colleges or the banks that I'm crazy, but I just need you to think. You understand me? Because if nobody in your family or in your society tell you this shit a racket, you won't even question it. You know what I'm saying? But the first person that tell you, you got to think about it. Is it really, or are they tripping? You know what I'm saying? And if you can back it up with enough information, they're gonna be like, all right, I'll listen.
For the system, bro. We start off with nothing. Generation after generation, start off with absolutely nothing.
The more successes, though, the more people hear you. That's why shit like this right now that you're doing, people open their ears, like, man, something going on.
Absolutely.
Like, he's focusing that much energy on making sure that this platform is built for us, like people start to.
Yeah. I mean, it's like how Versus was, they took the right time. They created a lot of, well, people had no choice but to pay attention because they was looking for something to fill that gap. You understand me? And shit, what we trying to do is bridge the wealth gap. So I know people looking for it, and as things go get worse, we just go keep giving them solutions.
God gonna force us to do for ourselves. That's the bottom line. God gonna keep putting the pressure on us until we realize that we are the cornerstone of civilization.
Yeah, I'm happy for it though, man. Everything that's happening is in time and on time. That's how I feel about it. What's going on with the God?
Peace to the God.
Hey,
How you doing,
bless.
brother?
great.
Right.
Yes. Great.
19 Keys.
Peace.
Nice to meet you, God.
You too, God. Yeah.
I'm scared, God. I'm 19 Keys. Tap in.